180.
Welcome back to Online Darts. Everyone, we're here in Dudley. We've got the wizard, Simon Whitlock. Simon, nice and busy doing all these exhibitions. It's a great night.
Man, I'm flat out. I'm doing so much work now. It's unbelievable. Playing loads of tournaments and Modus League, of course. And yes.
Look, the first time we've spoken to you since, obviously, Q-School didn't go. We spoke to you before it and whatever. Does it feel a relief now that everything's done and you can almost start again, line in the sand, and this is Simon 3.0?
Yeah, it sort of does. You know, things are a little bit easier now. I'm not playing for my life, you know, like playing for money every time I play. Like, it's a lot more relaxed, and I'm still playing just as much darts. I'm still practicing as hard. So, yeah, I'm still as busy as ever.
Look, Q-School didn't go according to plan. I remember speaking to you beforehand. You were like, you actually didn't know if you wanted your card back because of all the other opportunities. So did that kind of cloud your judgment at Q-School, not knowing if you actually wanted a card or what was for the best?
Not really. I knew I didn't want a card, to be fair. And I'm sorry if I didn't get a card to all the people who wanted me to get a card. Bigger things this year. And, yeah, I think everything's going well for me.
Well, obviously, on that, the seniors, obviously, I know, they didn't go to plan, but what was it like to go and play in that World Championship for the seniors?
Yeah, I mean, it was great. I wasn't really prepared well enough. I didn't have the darts I was expected to play with, so sort of went a bit downhill. But, you know, the next one I'll be way more prepared, and I'm happy with my equipment now, so all good.
The World Cup is on the horizon, the PDC World Cup. Yeah. A lot of people are asking, there's no second Aussie on tour. You might not even know this yet. Are you going to get the shout to play alongside Damon Hector again this year, or have you had the shout already?
I haven't had the shout, but I sort of knew if no other Aussie got their tour card, then I would be available, and I'll be the person who plays with Damon.
Well, on that, I'm guessing that Q-School, Brandon Wheeling, almost, when he got a card, obviously, from one point of view, it would have been great to have another Aussie on tour, but was part of you going, oh, don't get this because I want to play in the World Cup?
No, not one part.
No.
I actually wanted Brando to get his card because we'd been training together for a few months, and I would love to have seen him get his card, knowing full well if he did get a card that I wouldn't be playing the World Cup. But he even said to me he would have given it up for me, but I also said back, I said, no, you play, you get it. And it is what it is.
Even though you don't have a card, does that still mean so much to play in the World Cup and represent Australia to you?
Yeah, absolutely. You know, I'm going to try just as hard as I have every other year, and I expect big things with me and Damo. Like, I believe we can win it.
And obviously, some exciting news for Darts Down Under, and you're going to go and play in the Australian Premier League. How excited are you, one, to be going and doing it, but this is, again, another step forward for darts back home in Australia?
Yeah, I'm really excited for that, and I know the winner will get a wild card into the World Championship, so that's a massive thing for me, and it's going to be tough. I mean, we've got some good players who are going to be in it, like obviously Brandon and Smith.
Is Raymond Smith going to play in it? Because he doesn't do much PDC stuff in Australia, but everyone knows he's an incredible player.
He's a great player, and we played for many years back in the day, and depending how they choose the players, I think Raymond will be probably the player to beat, and probably Brandon, but I'm not sure who's going to get it, and I wish them good luck. I mean, it's going to be a great event.
I know, completely, but this is a real step forward for darts in Australia. Obviously, we've had the tours, we've had the World Series fan, but this is now something for players back home to shoot for all the time.
Yeah, this is a massive step for darts in Australia. I mean, what a great chance to get in the World Champs. Great chance to win the first Australian Premier League. I mean, how good's it going to be?
Obviously, World Series as well. I'm guessing that you'll be invited to take part of the World Series down under. So how long are you going to go back home for? And what's the prep going to be like for the Premier League for you?
You know, I'm not sure. I'm going to be in the World Series events, obviously, in Australia and New Zealand. I've already got the invites for that. So in between, I'm not really sure what's going to happen. I could stay there. I could come back. Just depends on whatever my manager books for.
Obviously, we've got Mason here tonight. Are you enjoying this father-son relationship in darts now? as well. Obviously, you have them at home and stuff like that. But what's it like playing with them?
Brilliant. You know, we practice together like every single week. We play against each other every week, like Tuesday, Wednesday nights. We're in the next modus together, so that's going to be great on the same night. And we've got a good rivalry, and hopefully he'll learn and progress to somewhere I've been.
We touched on obviously not wanting a card this year. What does next year look like for you? Do you want to go back and try to get your card back and play PDC again, or are you happy now and content away from that?
I'm not really sure. I'll be honest, like, my mind says, yes, I want your tour card back, but then the body says, no. You know, I'm 56 now. It's really tough. And I'll make a decision at the end of the year, see how my year goes. So far, so good this year. I'm feeling really good about things, and I'll decide at the end of the year, I guess.
Obviously, you touched on like the body and everything like that. How hard is it when you get to a certain age? Because people think it's all like rosy and everything like that, but how hard does it get when the older you get?
It's really tough. I mean, I wake up every morning and my body's aching, and like it's hard to just roll out of bed, you know. So, you know, I guess all the old players can say the same thing. I don't feel that old in my mind. I still feel very young, I must admit. And I try to keep fit. I work out, do a lot of walking. I don't do any cardio or stuff like that, but I still do weights and eat very healthily. And, you know, I just don't know what's in front of me.
Obviously, it's interesting that just hearing you speaking about it. When darts is done beside me, like when you actually go around them, I don't want to play anything anymore. What does the future hold? Because obviously you've lived in the UK for many, many years now. Do you class this as home, or is the end goal always to go home?
That's a tough question. You know what? I still don't. I class it as home now, but I doubt I'll ever move back to Australia because it's too expensive. I'm quite happy in the UK. You know, I could move elsewhere like Thailand, Philippines, like somewhere where the weather's not a bit cheaper to live, but honestly, I've got no idea what the future holds for me. I just do one day at a time. You know, I'm pretty happy in the UK. I got my dogs and my animals and my son and my girlfriend, so who knows? Who knows?
We know you still watch a lot of darts as well. What have you made of the Luke Littler effect and the story of it? What have you made of it all?
Oh, absolutely brilliant. Luke Littler's been a amazing new generation of darts. I mean, Luke Humphries is absolute phenomenal, and it's great to see Gerwyn Price playing well, and also Van Gerwen. And there's so many talented players. I mean, Jan Van Veen, what a great player he is. There's just so many talented players.
Just the best you've seen darts at the top end, do you feel, like depth-wise and what everyone's putting in?
Yeah, definitely. I mean, I don't think I can compete with the players who are there now. Like, they're just, the levels of darts, like 100 average is just normal. The best players are shooting 100 pluses, like 170s, 108s, up to 120s now. That's absolutely great.
Simon, it's an absolute pleasure catching up with you here in Dublin, mate. Thank you very much.